Morning students, today we will continue our first chapter, the rise of nationalism in Europe, with its last two topics, the strange case of Britain and the nationalism and imperialism. Firstly, I will tell you about the strange case of Britain. So, the first question that arises in our mind is that why it is called strange. It was strange because unlike the other revolution in Europe, it was completely a bloodless revolution. That's why it is called a strange revolution, a strange case of revolution. Do you know that before 18th century there was no one British nation? The people living there were English, Welsh, Irish and Scots. They have their distinct social and political tradition. As English grew in power and politics, they started to dominate other parts of their areas. Then, when in 1707 the Act of Union was passed, the England and Scotland were unified. After that, Ireland, where there were two ethnic groups, Protestant and Catholics. England supported Protestant to control over Catholics, and in 1801 Ireland was forcibly dominated by England. In that, when England formed a parliament, it was dominated by English. Then the power of Scotland was suppressed. At last, the Act of Union was successful and the new name, the Great Britain, was given to the different parts of British. Thank you.
Start.
Now, our second topic is the nationalism and the imperialism. The nationalism. As we have cleared this term in our first topic, the second term is that imperialism. What was imperialism? Imperialism was a political system in which a rich and powerful country controlled other countries which were not as rich and powerful as itself. As we know that in 18th century the idea of nationalism was spread all over the Europe. So in the Balkan region was not untouched from it. Balkan region. The Balkan region was a region of geographical and ethnic variation comprising Romania, Bulgaria, Macedonia and Serbia, etc. The inhabitants of Balkan region were known as slaves. A large part of Balkan region were under control of Ottoman Empire. In 18th century, after the spread of the idea of romantic nationalism, they also struggled to define their identities. So, one by one, they declared themselves independent. But the main problem was started from here. What was that? What was the tension in Balkan region? The tension of Balkan region was that they were jealous of each other and they wanted to gain control over other territories. Because the Balkan region was rich in minerals like copper and zinc, so other European powers like England, Russia, Austria and others were tried to gain control over it, and they led to a series of wars and finally the First World War. Thank you.